Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about making and selling candles. And I am wearing a little bit more makeup than I usually am. I'm trying to practice for my wedding day because I'm going to be doing my own makeup. So slowly but surely I'm trying to do different looks and get back into it. So in the next few videos I may have more makeup on than usual. But today's video is going to be kind of an overview of the realistic standpoints of starting a business, both positive and negative. So I'm going to be going over a couple of pros and a couple of cons on a realistic look on if you are wanting to start a candle business. Number one is that it's expensive, or it can be expensive. In my opinion, it is on the more expensive side just because of how much inventory you need to get. I think that any business where you do need to hold inventory, it can get expensive. Unless you were like me and you had a reseller business, that in my opinion wasn't that expensive to get into. And that was one of the main reasons on why I was actually able to fund my candle business in the beginning, was that I was reselling clothing on eBay, and all of the profits that I made through that side business, I just actually used to fund my candle business. I did talk about that in a previous video that I will have linked above in case you are in a situation where you don't have that much startup capital and you're wanting to get started with a candle business, but you have a budget and you're trying to work on, being able to afford the supplies that you need to get started. I do not want this video to discourage you at all. There are so many things that you can do. It just does take a little bit more time. Either if you're working like a regular 9-to-5 job, just keep working and trying to save a certain amount of money. That way you can start to purchase supplies and get started with the testing process. Or if you are wanting to start like a reselling business like I did just to make money on the side, that is definitely something that you could do. Now, I understand that that is kind of taking your focus off of a business and starting another business. I understand how that can kind of seem weird. But even if you're just wanting to get rid of things in your house that you can sell to make extra money to go towards your candle business, there are so many different things that you can do. And I promise you that you can do it. And again, I don't want it to discourage you, but I don't want to lie to anybody and say that a candle business is really, really cheap and it's going to be super easy and it doesn't cost you a lot, because that is not the case at all. And if you watched my video last year, I did spend quite a lot of money on my candle business. So just to a fair warning to anybody wanting to start a candle business, it's not something that is super, super cheap, but it's also not the most expensive business that you could possibly start. I mean, we're not investing tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in the beginning. You can get started with like $1,000, maybe a couple $1,000s initially to get started with the testing process and get some products out there, a website design. But then there's more things that come up if you're wanting to get insurance and getting some maybe legal consultations, a CPA. There's extra things that go into starting a business, and this really does come into play with any business, really. It's going to have a little bit more cost than what we think, but again, you can do it. And I just have to be honest with everybody and very transparent that it can add up and it can be a little pricey. But if you are saving and putting away money and kind of doing things gradually, then you can take the money that you are making from your sales and invest it back into your business. Number two is it requires a lot of space for inventory. If I would have known, actually, you know what, I would still do exactly the same thing as I'm doing right now. No matter what I've learned throughout the process, I would definitely still do the same thing. But if I would have learned, oh my goodness, I really recommend, if you're just getting started, get started on organization from day one. Get started on making an inventory system, organization, trying to look around your house, figuring out where you're going to keep everything. Because if you're like me and you're in a very small apartment, you have to kind of think of, okay, well, where am I going to keep everything? Do you have a garage? Will you have to rent a storage unit? All of these things are something that you realistically do have to be thinking about as you grow in your business, if it's something that you're wanting to do, because you could get to a point where you're just like, I have candle things everywhere and it's driving me crazy because it's everywhere I look in my house, there's candle stuff. So if you kind of want to have a little bit of separation between your business and your home life, it's definitely something to consider looking into before you actually get started, just so you have a little bit more of a plan going into it. Number 3 is it is not a quick money maker. I don't ever want to give the impression on my channel, or if you're watching other people's channels or following other candle businesses on Instagram, I don't ever want anybody to get the impression that starting a candle business is quick money and you're going to be able to just whip some candles up and put it online and sell it, and then you're going to be starting to make thousands of dollars a month. It is not like that at all. And again, just like with any business, it's going to take time to nurture, really grow it up, really build that brand and be able to grow it into an actual business that's going to be profitable. And that could take years and years. So it's a mindset of knowing that you have to ask yourself, if I don't make any money of this in the next 2 to 3 years, am I okay with that? And you have to have a real conversation with yourself and ask yourself in the moment right now when you're really, really excited about starting a candle business, you have to really think of it in the long term. It's a long-term game. And I've said this a lot in my previous videos. And I know people have made comments before that some of the topics in my videos are discouraging. And again, that is never my intention in my videos, but it's also not my intention to lie to you guys or have this kind of picture perfect reality of just get started. It's going to be super easy, super quick. It's going to be cheap and you're going to be making thousands of dollars within 2 months. I would never ever say that. And if anybody does, just kind of walk the other way because it's not going to happen. It takes a long time to really build up. And because of social media, there's a higher probability nowadays than there used to be with your business kind of blowing up and getting more attention sooner rather than later. So you could notice within 6 months to a year of your business doing so much better than you ever thought if you are really putting in the work. But I don't want anybody to ever get the impression that it's going to be quick money, because it is not at all. And I really fell for that with the other businesses that I tried to get into when I was in my early 20s. And that was something that I knew when I started this channel, that I never wanted anybody to get that impression. And I really wanted to be honest and be transparent about the business industry, the candle business industry, and creating a business, that it's a lot of hard work and it takes time. But again, it's something that you can do if you really put your mind to it. You put work into it, you get your social media up, you're really, really active, and you're trying to figure out different ways to advertise yourself and get your product out there. And it is a competitive market, but it's not impossible. But the main thing of this point in this video is that I don't want anybody to think that it is quick money, because it is absolutely not. Number 4 is it is extremely fulfilling. There is something different about a handmade business than just purchasing a product to then resell, or purchasing a product to private label, which I have done both. So I have purchased items at thrift stores and then resold them on eBay and Poshmark. That was my life for a couple years that I did. And I also did Amazon FBA, where I contacted somebody through Alibaba. I was able to get a product, put my brand name on it, have it shipped over to the Amazon FBA warehouse, and I was able to just essentially wait for it to sell. And both of those scenarios, I learned a lot in the process, and honestly, it gave me so much knowledge for where I am right now in my business. And I've learned, like, it's crazy how things work in life, how everything that happened before, all of that failed me, but the knowledge that I gained from it, I use it almost every single day in my candle business, so I'm super grateful for that. But the difference between selling on Amazon FBA through the private label that I created, and then also reselling on eBay, those do not hold a candle to having my own candle business, because there's just something different about having it handmade. You choose every little detail about that item and it's yours, and you hand make something and then somebody is willing to purchase it. There have been so many times before in the past that I would create things. I've always been very artistic as a kid growing up, and thinking about making something and then having it be so good that people are willing to spend money on it is just, it's such a different kind of connection that you feel with your business. And as hard as it is to have a handmade business, because of course there is a lot of labor involved in that versus just purchasing 1,000 units of something and then reselling it on a different platform, your connection to it becomes so much more than just, I want to make money, let's make a ton of money. It just becomes so different, and the passion that you have for it is really what drives you to keep going. So with this point, it is so rewarding, so fulfilling. And the last one, number 5, is everybody loves candles, so you will always find somebody who will be wanting to purchase your product. It's not a new product that you are creating from scratch, that you spend a couple of years developing, hiring people. You're already in $100,000, maybe $200,000 of testing, getting the units together, getting the product actually made and built, and then having to advertise it, and just crossing your fingers and hoping that somebody is going to be interested in this brand new product that you have created from scratch. Candles are already something that people love. You tell people, oh, I make candles, immediately they just light up and they get so excited. Oh my gosh, I love candles. Or you're talking to somebody, oh, my wife loves candles, or my brother-in-law loves candles, I need to get him this, or whoever it is. People just universally love candles. So that's something that's really awesome about starting a candle business, is that you know that your product is going to be something that somebody is going to love and really enjoy. And it's a universally loved kind of home decor piece, and something that people use to set the mood, set the ambiance, as a centerpiece of a table, for a nice scent to go throughout the room. There's so many different reasons why people purchase candles. Mainly for the scent, I will admit, it's mainly for the scent, but I've always liked it for the ambiance. I really always liked it when there was very low lighting in the room and you have a couple candles going. In my house growing up, we used to actually always have Christmas lights around the living room all year long, and I've always really loved lighting and light. And kind of the differences of the different tones of light and all of that kind of stuff. So everybody loves candles is essentially what I'm getting at with this one. So you will be rest assured that if you are wanting to start a candle business, you don't have to worry about, is anybody gonna like my product? Because everybody is gonna like your product. But with that said, I think I am going to end today's video right here. If you would like to, I would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Please let me know anything that you've learned throughout the process of starting your candle business, something that you think that others who are wanting to start their candle businesses should know ahead of time. I would love to hear that down in the comment section below and read all of your comments. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. So real fast, for those of you that are still watching, I am trying to have a separation between my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So my Instagram, Memory Box Candle Co., I really just want that to be focused on my brand. So I am trying really hard right now to kind of separate the two, and I am working on a separate Instagram that's going to be more of a personal brand and connected more to the candle maker / teacher side. So me talking to other candle business owners instead of me talking to people that are customers. And right now on my Instagram, I feel like everything's kind of, conjumbled together. So I'm working on kind of that separation. So that's why my intro or my outro kind of is a little different now. Because I used to say, follow me over on Instagram at Memory Box Candle Co. And I will see you guys in the next video. And it totally rhymed. And now I'm so sad that it doesn't go as well together. So I'll be changing things up. There'll probably be times where I'll still say it. You can still feel free to follow me over on my Instagram, but I am going to be starting another Instagram for kind of the personal brand / this side of things where I'm talking to actual candle business owners. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add into this video. Hope you guys have a good day.